Hello, my name is Michael Schneiders. I'm the CFO of BRAIN Biotech AG in Zwingenberg. We are a company of industrial biotechnology, i.e., we are looking for solutions in biotechnology for industrial problems. Why is that important? Because essentially our planet, and particularly industrial production, consume a lot of energy and pollute the environment. With livestock farming, we need to find different elements of food production because otherwise we cannot support a planet of 10 billion people. Food security is increasingly a challenge. Looking at droughts, looking at floodings we had recently, and we also push out the planetary boundaries, i.e. the point of sustainable living on the planet, every year a bit earlier into the year. And we clearly think that biotech can be a solution for all of these problems. Where do we get our inspirations from? Clearly from nature. After around 3.5 billion years of innovations, a lot of solutions for industrial problems can already be found in nature. But of course, we don't have time to look for a very long time. So we actually are inspired by nature. We use nature as a role model, but the methods we use today are, of course, digital to speed up time to market. So we do employ things like bioinformatics, we use machine learning, but also artificial intelligence to actually accelerate the path to markets here for our customers. Let me quickly explain what BRAIN Biotech is all about. Well, first of all, we have one shared technology platform in biotech, which essentially powers three business models. First of all, and by far the largest area of what we have today is our products business, where we provide enzymes and other products to the food industry, particularly here in the segments of dairy, egg processing, baking, fruit juice, but also in things like wine brewing and, for example, starch processing for bioethanol. Our second largest area is what we call contract research organizations, CRO. Here we have tailor-made solutions for our customers that we essentially do science research projects for our customers to help them to biologize their own projects. And thirdly, the CMO business, the contract manufacturing organization. Here we essentially produce for our customers in our own capacity as a contract manufacturing organization. We have very attractive markets we are in, and these markets will have a total addressable market of around 2 billion. We today make less than 60 million revenues, i.e. showing you that we have significant growth opportunities ahead of us to win market share, but also the market itself grow quite dynamical, around 3 to 6% on a global basis per year. If you look at the group today, essentially we have two very strong and defined segments. First of all, our product segment called BRAIN Biocatalysts. Last fiscal year, around 48 million revenues, but 5.2 million adjusted EBITDA and around 4 to 6% R&D target ratio. In the BRAIN BioIncubator segment, that's where we do essentially very innovative projects. We have about 6 million recurring revenues, and again, a strong innovation pipeline, around 3%, 4% of total group revenues. So that in total, the group today invests around 7 to 10% of annual sales in the future pipeline of new products. Let me run you through some highlights of our last fiscal year. First of all, we significantly increased the cash on hand to 27.2 million, after around 5 million the year before. Secondly, we had a very good cost control. Despite taking a little bit of breather in our growth speed, we have actually kept our adjusted EBITDA relatively constant by very strict cost discipline throughout the organization. We have presented you with our midterm strategy at the Capital Markets Day, just to mention some highlights. Clearly identified the growth drivers for the next couple of years in our markets. The total addressable market, as alluded to before, 2 billion. We think we have significant growth opportunities ahead of us. We're looking at a well-diversified customer base across many industries, and our own enzyme product pipeline have a 10-year net present value of around 25 million of additional sales. So quite some innovative products here in our pipeline. Looking in the segments, in the BioScience and BioIncubator segments, we have successfully closed a very large transaction for us, selling essentially upfront a pharma pipeline product called Deucrictibant to Royalty Pharma, receiving 18.4 million cash upfront. We're looking at another 18.42 million of milestones along the path of clinical development in the next couple of years, and additional 92 million of sales-related milestones in the years to come. We have also prepared a spin-out where we essentially have a very promising technology, GDASE-E, who can be employed in cancer technologies, being spun out to a company called Therapeutics, who now will develop essentially these technologies for human use in exchange for significant milestones in future royalty potential of sales. And last but not least, another pharma program, SolarScure. Here we have been in the preparation of another phase 2 clinical trial to improve our efficacy data we have so far collected. And after collecting this efficacy data, we think we are well prepared to start phase 3 of clinical development. Look at our BioProducts division, particularly the baking enzyme business has been growing very strongly. Think about things like shelf life, for example, in the supermarket breads. We have won a significant amount of new key accounts. We have further improved our mix within the products group, and we also will be moving to a new production site to essentially tailor for our growth for next years to come during the course of 2025. In the beverage and start processing business, we are back on the growth track. This has been a turnaround candidate within the group. Back to profitability here again, very nicely driven by improved product mix, but also winning in all key accounts. And last but not least, we have been launching our BRAIN Biocatalysts life science solutions brand this year. A new market segment for us, very attractive growth within life sciences where many enzymes are utilized. Quickly diving into the numbers here, you see that overall the group has been slightly shrinking year on year, but the products business has continued to grow. The major growth problems have been here within the BioScience division, driven by the weak economic environment and some of our customers cutting back on their R&D budgets. Gratefully, of course, because of some strategic projects we have been successfully executing this year, we have significantly increased our cash position, as you can see here, by around 400% year on year, actually giving us enough leeway now to finance our future and the attractive projects we plan to run in the next couple of years. Let me quickly talk about our targets. As a good tradition within BRAIN, we always guide to qualitative targets at our 12M reporting. So we're looking at a re-acceleration of growth after the breather we have taken this year. On top of the organic growth, we explore M&A opportunities. We're looking at a positive operating leverage on the EBITDA side, particularly if we have outsourced a large team into the Therapeutics. And last but not least, as said, the quantitative guidance will be issued at the 3M reporting on February the 26th. Also important for you to keep in mind, that's of course only a 1-year step. In a 5-year step, and that's the targets we have formulated on the Capital Markets Day 2024, we're looking almost still to double revenues to 100 million. Adjusted EBITDA margin across the group of 15%, so clearly positive operating leverage here as well. R&D ratio in the range of 4 to 6% of group sales in the segments, and CapEx to get to that growth around 3 to 4 million. In the BRAIN BioIncubator segment, so our highly innovative projects, we're looking at significant additional revenue opportunities and EBITDA opportunities. And again, we spend around 3 to 4% of R&D compared to sales to get to group ratio of 7 to 10%. So why should you invest in BRAIN? Well, firstly, we have a clear strategy of profitable growth, and our goal is to become one of the top 10 enzyme companies in the world. We have a very large and growing and accessible markets, as said, about 2 billion of addressable market. We have clearly a growing demand for integrated biosolutions. So more industrial partners are looking for biosolutions. They're trying to outsource to providers, and we can be an excellent choice for them. We are looking for further commercialize the BioIncubator. So next to the projects we have done this year for the Royalty Pharma transaction, but also Therapeutics, we're looking at other projects to commercialize in the coming years. And last but not least, we clearly see ourselves as an impact stock as we address at least 6 of the UN sustainability goals directly with our products and our services. Our next reporting will be 3M on February the 26th. So shortly thereafter, followed by the AGM. Please be invited here to Zwingenberg. It will be a live AGM on stage here. And of course, if you have any further questions, please feel free to either contact me or Martina Schuster here at Investor Relations at BRAIN. We're very happy to answer your questions. Thank you very much.
Disclaimer. As described in the legal section on our website, seat11a.com, this publication is for informational purposes only. This means it is not intended to provide you with any investment advice. Any opinion or recommendation expressed by the companies is neither given nor supported by us and should not be considered investment advice from our side. Also, remember that any opinion or recommendation expressed is subject to change without further notice. The content is obtained from sources believed to be reliable, but we do not guarantee its accuracy, completeness, or timeliness. Seed11a.com and its employees disclaim all liability for any loss that may arise in any form from any use of the information in the video, audio, and on our website. We neither express any opinion on the future value of any security or other investment vehicle, nor recommend any investment based on the information provided. Please consider the publications and our website as a platform for companies to present themselves. You need to seek financial advice from an expert regarding the accuracy and appropriateness of the material presented or recommended by the companies in the publication. As we are just considered a publisher, we may hold and trade securities in the presenting company, whether it is a listed or private company. By consuming our content, you agree to these terms and the terms in our legal section on our website.